All right, here's the sleeping arrangements. Again, we're still a little bit beholden to architecture, but we're also beholden to the makeup of campers, right? So at the naming project, the very first year when everyone asked us how we were going to do sleeping arrangements, we decided in that first year that we went into the cabins, we took the mattresses off the bed, and we all brought them into the chapel, and everybody slept together on the floor of the chapel on mattresses, like you would with a lock-in in your church, right? Everybody had privacy because nobody had privacy, right? If you wanted to go change, use the restroom, the bathrooms were there for that level of privacy. But in terms of us sleeping, we were all sleeping together. And that holds a different level of accountability. Everyone's in the room, which means everyone is hearing and seeing each other and keeps that accountability up. Makeup of campers is also the other piece, right? Some camps will create what gets called like a gender neutral cabin or a gender queer cabin. That works unless you have only one transgender or non-binary camper. You don't want to put one kid out in a cabin by themselves. That's isolating, right? And kind of harmful. And so think about doing the arrangements, again, based on who you have. This means that the naming project, I don't do housing arrangements really until the last minute, until I have all the registrations in. And then I look at what everyone has said, and then I figure out the grouping, and then I put them together. And sometimes, because parents sometimes fill out the forms and they don't always know everything about their kids. Sometimes when I meet the child, I'm like, oh, I need to make a switch. And I will do that quickly and easily and discreetly as much as possible, right? I will say this too. So that's what we now have now at our camp, we have a lodge. And we put about 4 kids in a room. Every room has its own bathroom, has a locking door with a shower and a toilet behind it. And the 2 sinks are kind of out, which means people's privacy is there behind that locked door. People can brush their teeth and whatever at the sinks. 4 people are sharing a room together, and we still have people keep the doors to their rooms open, which means our space is also still semi-public, semi-private. And that keeps that group accountability together. That works for us. If you're on a trip, and you're staying in hotel rooms, the best thing for privacy is everyone having a hotel room by themselves, but that is also cost prohibitive. Youth ministry people love to cram as many youth into one room as possible. And so you got to also think about, what's the way to do this? And I will say this too, if you've got maybe a transgender camper, just shoving them in with kids that are the same sex assigned at birth as them, can be awkward and uncomfortable, right? For the trans kid as well. Just putting them with people they don't know, maybe even with the gender that they're telling you who they are, also can be awkward and comfortable. Maybe the best thing for safety, for decreasing harassment or bullying or making people feel uncomfortable, is putting that camper with other friends with which they have pre-existing relationships. There is trust that's there. That means it's a consideration that's made other than gender, but actually puts safety at the forefront, both for let's say the transgender youth and the other youth as well. And so think about something like that. That can be the way to do it because it actually keeps people safer. And there's an expectation, and you can talk to them and say, I'm putting you all together because you have a pre-existing relationship. This is where and how I expect you're going to behave, right? That's a communication that you can do with the youth, and if you can with their families as well.